Welcome back to the 2020 American Championship, the Stupid Robot Fighting League. John Hartley and Jeff Peterfee here with you, and let's take another look at round one and all the fights that we saw. In the first fight, we had Ocho Ono against George Jetsam. George Jetsam moving on to win after a one-arm removal. Then it was Binary Slayer and Flipper coming away with the win after a blow-by-blow heavyweight victory. After that, it was the beard hair mannequin, Adrian Choice against Garbantua. Garbantua coming away with the win. Then the American Hammer with the only technical knockout of the matches so far, taking out Vivian and moving on into that second round. Finally, it was Mishmash against Flexibot Stunner, 30-18 Mishmash. Next up, it's going to be a tag team match. Now, Jeff, you may have heard of these before. What would you expect in this?
I expect two fighters to be tagging out whenever they feel tired.
So we're going to be able to see that, but it's not really going to be the tiredness. It's going to be the end of a round, and then we're going to tap in another robot. So you're going to have two on each side, both piloted by the same person. We're going to see how that goes. On the left, we'll see Hunter with Furious Pickles. That's the tag team name for Zori the Noodler. That's the first bot you'll see on the left. And the second bot on the left will be Toddy Boy. Zori the Noodler, designed by Jay, a YouTuber for the Plasma channel. And Toddy Boy, designed by Joe, a youth pastor in New Zealand, who has immigrated to New Zealand from the US.
Definitely interesting names coming on here. I love pickles, so right off the bat, that's going to be my favorite.
So we've introduced you to Furious Pickles. Let's take a look at the other opponents. That's Nathan with the Storm, and that is Lightning and Thunder. Very fitting name here.
Keep it all wrapped up, make it make sense. Lightning and Thunder creates what, John? A storm.
Storm-centric here, and both bots created by Arc Attack, who is a performance group that features Tesla coils. In their music, Jeff. Do you know what a Tesla coil is?
Yeah, it creates lightning bolts, essentially. Just static, it's electricity that you can see visibly.
I don't understand the science behind it, but I can appreciate the visibility.
We don't get paid to understand science, John. We get paid to call Super Robot Fighting League fights.
Okay, here we are. We've got the tag team coming up now, and so I'd like to introduce to you our first fighter, and this is the mighty Hunter, and he's going to be representing Zori the Noodler. Just there, see, there's Zori. Yeah. And he's also going to be fighting with Toddy Boy, should he need Toddy Boy. So, what's your gut feeling about the fight, Hunter?
I haven't had much luck in my other fights. I don't usually win, but I'll try and rip some kind of parts off.
Nathan, you're representing Thunder and Lightning from Arc Attack. And so do you have any ideas on any sort of theories on how you're going to attack this?
We're going just full noise.
Full noise, I like that. Yeah, let's take the trash out, eh?
I'm gonna cream you like spinach! You won't be pasta master!
We haven't seen this much enthusiasm from a pilot in a long time. Full body getting into those punches, leaving the feet to be. He doesn't care about his feet at all. He's a straight up boxer.
And you know, the thing I'm noticing with Hunter, he's got that wide stance. Really just better for punching power, not getting much done with the feet. But Nathan on the right, he's kind of hanging out.
Lightning's absorbing these fights. He's absorbing the punches, just taking them. What's he gonna do? Oh my gosh, we just lost a hand.
Hunter just too aggressive with that right arm and losing it for Zori the Noodler, throwing the stick down and saying, well, we'll see what happens now.
Is that the tortoise coming to effect against the hare here? Just playing it slow, letting the big punches come, just take them and take my shot here.
Looking like Nathan and the Lightning trying to clap the...
Oh, no!
Another Stupid Robot Fighting League first. We've never seen anyone fall off their stool, and I was just giving Hunter props for that wide stance, and here he goes, tumbling backwards, falling off balance, and down to the ground. John Espen, of course, there to help him back up and get the fight going again.
Yeah, we're still going to go. We're not going to hold that against him. Just lose a little bit of pride.
Zori the Noodler trying to hang in there here through the rest of this fight, going hard with that left fist, but Nathan and Lightning really just playing it cool. Looks like we may have either a technical difficulty. Oh no, we're swapping out robots. So we tagged him in. We've now got Thunder on the right side against Toddy Boy on the left. And these two new fighters, you're gonna reset. You're gonna say, you know what, we're okay. We're back to four limbs completely. And right there, part flying off.
Yeah, parts flying off already. Confusion in the switch from your announcers here, but we got to figure it out. Take a pause, get a replay, reset ourselves. What happened here, John?
It looks like that right arm of Toddy Boy able to rip away Thunder's left arm, and you see Hunter playing a little more cool this time. Fell off that stool in fight one, able to now recoup and...
Oh, wow. Calling the fight already. What did we see? What's going on here? It looks like Thunder has some parts dangling around.
Looks like John Espen is going to say that Furious Pickles has won the match. He's ringside with Hunter.
So Hunter, congratulations. Really a decimation of limbs on that fight, the tag team format. What did you think of the tag team format?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, obviously went from one limb to all of the limbs back, so yeah, it was good.
But not many limbs left, eh? Any thoughts on the whole fight?
Just we were dominated from the start to the finish.
Back from the tag team action, we're now headed into the semifinals to find out who will take on Mishmash in the finals of the 2020 American Championship of the Stupid Robot Fighting League. First up, we've got the American Hammer against Flipper. Flipper piloted by Ibrahim, and we're going to see which one of these can continue to move forward in the tournament.
The American Hammer had a very impressive first round, recording the only knockout of the tournament so far. And Flipper also had a pretty impressive first round, taking out Binary Slayer.
We know about the different pieces, parts of each of these robots, so let's head on down ringside and see what John Espen has to say.
So do you have any sort of pre-match thoughts? Have you got a sort of a strategy that you're going to go for?
Yeah, mate, I got a little bit of a tactic. That's to go for the head and kick the groin.
What are we going to see in this fight, in your debut fight?
So what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of destruction.
You're gonna flip me! I'm so scared of your hammer!
You should be scared of the Hammer, Ibrahim. He did win in the first round with the only knockout.
Probably the most literal of the taunts that we've seen so far today, and you know, let's just get to the fights. Let's not worry about that too much. The American Hammer coming out strong, really going after that head of the Flipper, and the pump motor cover head still just swinging around.
Just taking the blows, just taking the blows. That big hubcap.
Parts are flying, but it almost feels like a stalemate. Both fighters really just getting in there, and arms are the primary weapon in this case.
Take a look at this replay. What's going on? It looks like the paddle just fell off there. So we're lost an arm from Flipper.
That right arm of Flipper now gone, and we're going to see if the American Hammer can take this and use it against Flipper. Just using that advantage of 4 limbs to 3.
Lots of jabs coming right at the bouncy castle pump motor cover head.
It's all the stops, the leg flails, just all over the place, and you kind of have to do that when you're down 1 arm.
A little bit of raking action coming from the American Hammer, leaving that hubcap fist just hanging out there, not really utilizing the giant slapping hand.
Looks like we may have another dislodging of an arm here, and yeah, it's going to be the right arm of the American Hammer. Both fighters now down to just 1 left arm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
You just were talking about it and already lost. The hubcap's gone, both arms gone in a matter of seconds. We only have feet left.
The American Hammer. Gotta be so disappointed in this big swing right here. Down to just the feet. And it looks like, you know what? He's gonna be down to a left foot only. And now we are going to go ahead and crown Flipper the winner. John Espen calling the match. Ibrahim has won and surviving what could have been disastrous here in the semifinals.
What was going through your mind while you were disassembling your enemy?
Yeah, it was pretty full on, I didn't really know what to expect. I thought that our robots would have sort of get destroyed a bit quicker, but full credit to the boys, and full credit to Chase and his robot. Did pretty well, but unfortunately couldn't get the win. Yeah, I come out firing like a shark, but unfortunately my energy just wore out, and the American Hammer just took too many blows.
Yeah.
He'll come back fighting next time.
So running out of energy there, and that'll do it for the first fight in the semifinals. Flipper moving on, and will fight whoever wins this next match between Garbantua and George Jetsam.
You're going down! Don't make me clean your room!
Making reference to all of the vacuum parts that George Jetsam has. Maybe we're going to see a clean room here.
Could be a clean room. I hope it's a clean fight. I'm sure John Espen will keep it that way. And here we go. Luke with George Jetsam on the left. Jacob with Garbantua on the right. That big rice cooker head dipping on out there, seeing what can
Holy,
happen.
did we just lose an arm? I think we lost the right arm of George Jetson. Let's see.
And I think you're right, Jeff. That right arm of George Jetson just coming off, and some of that is due to the kicks, and it looks like we had another little pause, but we're back into it. And that left hand of George Jetson still available, still going after that rice cooker head.
That plastic tractor part that you had talked about in the pre-fight really is the only thing that he's got left offensively other than defensive kicks that many fighters fail to utilize.
Now, we've seen a lot more kicks after the first couple of fights during the day. Jacob just really giving it a resolve from a kicking perspective.
That rice cooker overhead's taken a couple of punches. Let's see what happens here in the replay.
Looks like we're going to lose a left arm on both fighters, both George Jetson and Garbantua losing that left arm, leaving only a right arm for Garbantua. No arms at the moment for George Jetson. I don't know how George Jetson's going to get away here. Garbantua just got those flailing kicks from Jacob, and it looks like we may have another stoppage here.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay. What's actually going on here, John? I think that we've lost another limb.
It does look that way. It is the right leg of Garbantua. No longer in use. It is still kicking around a little bit. George Jetson down to just a right foot. So he's only able to kick. He doesn't have both feet. Oh, man! Did you see that?
Is that a... Did we...
George
A
Jetson
foot TKO?
down to one leg. George Jetson wins this match in the final seconds.
Wow.
Garbantua.
That is amazing.
If you're Jacob and Garbantua, you feel terrible after this fight. You just had to hang on a little longer. George Jetson says, my foot, your face, I win, you lose.
You know, we were calling it a little bit early on that, but that's why you play all the way to the bang, bang, bang of the trash can by John Espen.
What were you thinking during the fight?
Oh, I thought I had lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially when I lost my first leg.
Well, there you go, Wade, but tenacity wins in the end.
That's it. Had a good opponent though.
So wounded George Jetson gonna hobble on into the next round and take on Flipper. We've got Flipper and George Jetson. Who's gonna take on Mishmash for the final match of the day? We'll find out after we return here in the 2020 American Championship of the Stupid Robot Fighting.